Welcome to Flapachino's episode 3. Tree. Guess my butt.
You can say tree too.
I can say 3 too. Tree.
Drop the H.
Start with my gross escort story.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, right in there.
Yeah, just dive in at the deep end.
So I was asking her about full service, and she said she had a guy that came around and he wanted to orgasm and finish on her stomach.
Yeah.
So he's standing above her, he's going for it, and she sees something fall, but she didn't really question it.
She sees something what?
Fall in the background. She was like,
fall. Okay.
Yeah. And she's like, didn't really think anything of it. And then he just freaks out, gets off and runs off. And she's like, what? Leans up. He had explosive diarrhea in between her legs. So where he was trying to come, he'd basically shit himself through the gap in her legs. And she was like, there was just shit everywhere. And he'd gone to the toilet, came back out. There was only 10 minutes left of the booking. He goes, can I finish? And she's like, you've just explosive diarrhea all over my bed. Like, no. And apparently as he was leaving, she wrapped up the bed sheets and was like, you can take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, at least she was being paid. Imagine going through that.
Yeah. She said, actually, she's like, I didn't ask. Because I was like, I'd be really mad. My bed sheets are really expensive.
Yeah.
And she said, I could tell he was just so unbelievably embarrassed that I was never going to follow him up. But he did ask for a second booking.
I was going to say, not embarrassed enough to leave, though.
Yeah. And to follow up for a second booking.
Yeah, crazy.
She was like, I don't think so. Yeah. I heard some wild stories. Wild. Like, it just makes you think, what are we doing? I heard of girls getting bought houses. Yeah. What are we doing?
Dreamy, I know.
Yeah. Not 18, though.
Yeah. Definitely not 18. We wish.
We need a really, really old guy.
Yeah, like
to be our age for a
70, 80, yeah.
All right. What's on your list? So throughout the week, we always come up with our funny stories.
Just some like boring ones that we can go back to. Sometimes I don't know why I put some of these down, but I did tattoos, weird places to have sex. I feel like we covered that with your KFC. It says own insecurities, like talking about your own. What are your personal insecurities?
Yeah, that was a big thing because there's a lot of young girls at the villa, and I think I forgot what it was like to be 18. And the things you worry about 18.
I know.
Was crazy. I was like, I wouldn't trade that for the world.
Yeah, the older you get, the more confident you get.
Yeah, like I'm still, as everyone has their insecurities, but they are so not the same as when I was 18.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah. I think the older you get to, the more you realise when you look back a little bit, you think the things you were insecure about 5 years ago are silly now.
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
wished you weren't. So maybe it's a time where we're like, I'm insecure about this, but I won't be in 5 years, and I wish I was this young again. Or
So you just kind of
yeah.
You could tell, crazy.
Yeah, we meet so many like stunning, beautiful girls with like heaps of insecurities.
Yeah, every single person's got.
Everyone has them.
There's not one person out there who doesn't have something they're not hung up on. Definitely not.
But it definitely gets better with age.
Definitely.
Or we just give less fucks.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
No way.
Spending a week with 20-year-olds, like, I'm so glad I'm not 20 anymore, which is crazy because I never thought I'd say that.
I would, if someone offered me to go back to being younger, I wouldn't do it if I had to keep my mind frame from back then.
Yeah.
I would only send my body younger and keep my own head. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Insecurities that people bring up online, social media. Like those people on TikTok that call you orange.
Yeah, I got told, what was
Bring
it?
up your tan.
They were like, what's wrong with your skin? Have you got a skin condition? No, it's just tan days. Scrub days.
Tanorexia.
Yeah, it's just tanning. You got me. The terrible tan day. Yeah. I feel like with that, though, you just cannot. Like, I remember you saying when I got really big on TikTok, it's windy at the top.
Yeah.
And that was the perfect way to describe it. Like, it was. It came with, like, obviously an abundance of followers, and lots of people that enjoyed my content were nice to me. Came with an abundance of people giving me really mean comments, and it came with the crazies.
And you just have to be there for it.
Yeah, it came with the good and the bad, and it did come with some bad, which I did not see coming. I was like, surely there's no reason like for people to hate on my content.
When my TikTok started blowing up, I people were giving me like crap about stuff that I didn't even know. Like
that's
things like my
brutal.
forehead. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had a big forehead. Like I've been walking around for years thinking my forehead's normal. Yeah. And I actually still think it is.
Yeah,
but it just blew up, and everyone was like bringing it up and saying that they could land planes on it, and instead of getting upset about it, I just ran with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, my forehead's massive. Like,
and you're like getting 5 fingers, like it's at least 7.
Yeah. I'm like, if they want to go, like, I'll go.
But we're lucky because we do skimpy work. We had to have thick skin already. Yeah. If we were just TikTok girls or just OF girls, we wouldn't have been able to run with it like we did. Like it would have got to us.
Yeah. But you can't put yourself out there and
it's
not
windy
get this.
at the top.
It is windy at the top. Yes. What have I got here? Rosie's guy she abuses.
Oh, I do love him.
You're so good at it. I just could never.
Oh,
I could never.
Really give it my best as well. Like I can say whatever I want to this man, and the worse it gets, the better he loves it even more. Yeah.
No.
Shout out.
I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Oh, I love it. I'm dark though. Sometimes I get dark, and I'm like, after the phone call, I message him like, was that too far? And he's like, no. Like, your dad's disappointed in you. He thinks you're a piece of shit. Oh dear. It's not the weirdest thing we've done for money though, is it?
What is the weirdest thing we've done for money? I'd say I've done more weird stuff for free, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, me pissing in the plant pot at the Airbnb. That was pretty
Was that for money?
Yeah, I got paid to piss in a plant pot.
Yeah. Do you remember that guy that used to send us money?
Yeah.
To piss in the shower?
For pissing videos, yeah.
And here we are, pissing for free for years.
I know. I really did piss a lot for him that week.
There was times in that week where I was like, every time I needed to go to the toilet, I'm like, I can be paid. And then I'm like, why have I never been,
Yeah, I'm sad that OnlyFans bans week.
Yeah, that was all on
real
Snapchat.
True moneymaker.
Yeah. Like every time we wanted to go out for a drink, we're just like,
let's go and wee in the shower.
Yeah.
Bring your cup, let's go.
Except when we said no he asked us to piss in the ice cube tray.
Yeah,
inside the hotel room.
A plant pot's a bit different to an ice cube tray. That's pretty gross.
Yeah,
that reminds me of that time. Wasn't there a skimpy who shat in someone's kettle?
Yes,
that was disgusting.
They never found out who that was,
and that's brutal because someone turned the kettle on, it warmed it up, and then they found the shit in a kettle in one of the skimpy rooms.
What if it wasn't a skimpy? Oh, it was in a room. I was going to say,
what if it
wasn't a skimpy and it was in like a common kitchen area and someone else done it and was like, of course it was the skimpies.
Easy to blame us though, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe it was just like some guy that hates skimpies. That maybe he shat in the kettle.
I wonder if we ever found the kettle shitter in Calgary. Or is this like the time where we did something and it got taken so out of proportion?
Which thing?
What the name of the podcast is.
Oh, the Flapachinos. Yes.
Maybe the kettle story is like that.
Yeah. Oh, I have down here the lamp show that me and Dusty done.
That was, yeah.
I don't even know where to start with that one. It was like this guy that was in the bar, lovely, lovely guy. And he just kept wanting both of us to come back and do a private. And he was just lonely. And normally I don't do one-on-ones. She doesn't do one-on-ones. But we said that we were going to go back. Hopefully we can take her name out. We said that we were going to come back and went back to his room and he wanted me to do a show. We were doing a show and he had offered so much money for us to do the show that then when we got there, we were like, fuck, we don't have enough to pull out a bag here to make it worth what he has paid. So we took the lamp from the bedroom and brought it out to the living room. And we're like doing the show, we're just like dancing and we're just looking at each other like we don't know what to fucking do. Anyway, it comes to like the end of the show and I bend over and she gets this like lamp and she's like, and now are you ready for the grand finale? And he's like, yeah, I'm ready for the grand finale. I just bend over, spread my cheeks, and she puts this lamp right in my hole and she's like, there it is, how great is that? And he's just like, yes, girls, that was fantastic. And then he must have been like, he was like staying at work accommodation or whatever, and he must have just forgot because then we were referring to it as a lamp show. And then the next day he messaged saying, girls, thanks, that was awesome, but you forgot your lamp. He didn't realize that we had taken the lamp from his accommodation and there was no lamp show.
brought your own lamp to the gig.
Yeah.
It's not that far-fetched. Take a lot of things to the gigs.
Oh, because we made it out like it was the grand finale. Like,
yeah, why would you not bring your own lamp for the lamp show?
I remember telling my mum that story and she's just like, that is great.
What else is on your list?
My armpit guy. I have a guy that just wants photos of my armpits.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm always down for sending armpit photos. Like, I don't have to have makeup. I don't have to have tan. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, and he's always like, the sweatier, the better. And unfortunately, I'm not really a sweaty person. But yeah, he doesn't want boobs in them. Like, you know, and then he's like,
pure armpits.
I want different angles of armpits. And I'm like, how many angles can you do? So I'm like in the living room with the girls, like over my phone, like just trying to find different angles of my armpits.
There you go. Armpits.
Imagine being like, you know, someone being like, are you boobs or butt kind of guy? And they're like, I'm just an armpit guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe he would like your armpits more.
Maybe. I got a little hair under there at the moment. Yeah.
And you're sweatier.
I'm sweaty. Moist. What else is on your list?
I have where I was at the private, was it like 2 weeks ago, and I was playing the piano with my flaps.
Yes.
That was wholesome.
That is wholesome.
This guy is just like doing his little solo thing, and then one of his other friends was on the drums.
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah.
oh, I want to be involved. And I'm like, I don't have any skills. I don't know how to play music. So I just took my flaps out, started like stretching them out. That was fun. It was a nice little video to send you guys. It's sad that I can't do anything with those videos, you know?
Yeah.
They just go in the group chat and that's it.
It's probably for the best, though. It's protect people's privacy.
Yeah, because, you know, you don't want their house and stuff, like, posted online everywhere. Yeah.
I know that's the big thing. I wish I'd taken some, when I went to that and he had an exotic farm animals, I wish I took some photos of him. Even if I wasn't going to post them anywhere, I wish I had photos of the $100,000 fish.
Yeah.
Like, that would be just to show other people, because when you're describing it to people, they're like, what do you mean it did a job and there was exotic farm animals? Like, there's a big underground farm animal industry where they're breeding really exotic fish. And this fish was worth $100,000. It was a beautiful fish. I don't know if I'd spend $100,000 on it, but it was gorgeous. It's nice to know the fish aren't being eaten either. They were being sold for pets. Yeah. Apparently people in Sydney, big Chinese customers, love these exotic.
They're probably just people that have more money than sense.
Yeah, essentially they have big fish, like big fish tanks in their houses in Sydney. And it's a big market for like these beautiful fish.
Yeah, we see the craziest things at work.
Yeah.
And some of them it's like, you just know that you can't like record it or...
Yeah, well, he was acting the other girl's film. I just didn't even think. I was like...
You just never wanted to get out there, do you?
That's it, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I never want to be the reason for someone being in trouble.
Same, definitely.
Yeah, we definitely see some shit.
What's the most amount of girls you've worked with on a job in one booking?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Probably like 10.
Same, I'd say it's not that many.
But I do remember seeing jobs for posted up to like 50 and 20.
Wow.
Yeah.